We use remotes to make our lives easier in so many areas. Up until recently, I didn't think I would need a remote control for my underwater video light. Well, this has changed with the introduction of Divevolk's upgraded 5000 lumen light, the SL50. Let's have a look at this new and exciting underwater video light and what benefits it provides to us underwater image makers. Right after the intro. Hey there underwater image makers, what's going on? It's great to see you back here on the channel for today's review video. A little over a year ago we looked at the first generation of the SL50 underwater video light, and even back then I was pretty impressed with this little powerhouse of a video light. Like with many other pieces of their equipment, Divevolk is tirelessly working on improving them, and I think they've done a really good job with the second generation of their SL50. I received the updated SL50 just in time for my recent video workshop in Indonesia and had plenty of time during our 2 weeks in Bali and Komodo to properly test it in a variety of different situations. So all that collected experience will be reflected in today's review. I also have to say that I didn't buy this light with my own money. It was sent to me by Divevolk for testing and reviewing. Even though Divevolk has supplied 2 video lights to me for this review, this video is not sponsored by them. As usual, they won't see the video before it gets published and they don't have any influence as to what I'm saying in this review about the new SL50. But this video does have another sponsor, our good friends from Scuba Divine Maldives. Scuba Divine Maldives is a well-equipped, state-of-the-art scuba diving center based on Dangeti Island in the South Ari Atoll in the Maldives. This local island truly is a dream destination with white sandy beaches, friendly, welcoming locals and some world-class dive sites just around the corner. Whether you are an experienced scuba diver looking for the next challenge, like learning to dive with a rebreather, a beginner wanting to gain more experience in a safe and comfortable environment, or even just a snorkeler looking for that once-in-a-lifetime experience, Rifshan and his team at Scuba Divine Maldives have you covered. I'm actually so convinced of their dedication, professionalism and the level of quality of their service that I've chosen Scuba Divine Maldives as our dive center for our next underwater video workshop, which will take place in April 2025. A few spots are still available, and if this interests you, I'll leave a link down in the video description to the trip brochure. The Maldives should really be on your bucket list, and if you're thinking about making that trip a reality, check out Scuba Divine Maldives through the link in the video description below. And if you tell Rifshan when making your booking that Matthias sent you, you will get an extra 2 dives for free. Thank you so much Scuba Divine Maldives for sponsoring today's video and offering such a great deal to my viewers. And now, back to reviewing the new SL50. As usual, this video today will be structured into different parts and you can use the timestamps to move in between them. In section 1, we will briefly look at the features of the upgraded SL50 underwater video light. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of the second version of the SL50. And last but not least, I'm also gonna share my opinion with you on who I think this light is made for. Ready? Let's dive right into it. The updated SL50 actually shares a lot of the features with the first generation, like a 5000 lumen maximum light output, easy one-handed operation, rechargeable and replaceable batteries, exact same dimensions and weight, color temperature, etc. I'm only briefly mentioning them here. If you want a detailed look at all those features, I'll leave a link to my review of the first generation SL50 in the video description for you to check out. Today, I want to focus on the new features the second generation SL50 provides. The new SL50 now comes with 9 preset levels, which makes it easier to fine-tune the power output you need for each individual scene. It features a 2-button setup now, meaning you don't have to cycle through all the power levels, but can move up and down freely. That is very convenient and works very well, even without looking at the display. Talking about the display, that's also new. It's clear and easy to read and shows you at any time the power level at which you are at any given moment. I love this and I hope that Divevolk will upgrade their other lights in the future with this feature as well. New is also the possibility to get, at extra cost, an ambient blue light filter for your SL50. This blue filter is ideally used in combination with a red filter. It will cool down the color temperature of your underwater video light, preventing overly red areas where the light hits your object, giving you a more pleasing and naturally looking image. I've been begging Divevolk to release such an ambient blue filter for quite some time, and I'm really happy that they finally have. The last and for me personally most important new feature is the possibility to use a remote control to control up to 2 SL50 lights simultaneously. The remote is a tiny little box that gets attached close to a handle of your rig, so you can press the buttons without having to let go of the handles. It attaches to the lights via a fiber optic cable. I found it surprisingly convenient not having to reach out to my lights, losing my composed shot if I needed to turn the lights on or off or adjust the power level. I actually ended up using the lights in addition to my main Kelden lights to fill areas in my frame that I simply wasn't able to cover with my 2 Kelden lights alone, whether that was on a Divevolk setup or my big Red Komodo rig. Let's next look at the pros and cons. On the pro side, we definitely need to mention the size, compactness and the power that this relatively small light brings to the table. This light is made from high quality materials and is made to last. It comes in a nice soft pouch for easy storage and convenient transportation. Another pro is the very good color rendering of the Divevolk SL50 with a CRI reading of 96. This means that the color of the light that is going to come out of the underwater video light is gonna be very, very close to natural sunlight, thus giving you a very natural result when using the light to illuminate your underwater scenes. The new 2-button design and the easy to read display make it very convenient and comfortable to use. And having the ability to add ambient blue light filters and a remote control function to the SL50 is a big plus and makes the light stand out from its competition. Price-wise, it has barely changed to $389 at the time of recording this video, which I find a very fair price for such a feature-packed high-quality underwater video light. Also worth mentioning is that the new SL50 uses the same batteries as the first generation. So if you already have some of the older SL50 lights, you can use the same batteries with the upgraded version too. Looking at the cons side, we need to mention the weight of the light. You do want to compensate for the 295 grams of negative lift underwater by adding some float arms to your rig. Since the new SL50 is using the same batteries as the older version, the battery life has not been improved, unfortunately. We're still only getting around 50 minutes on 100% power. I highly recommend getting some spare batteries so you can exchange them in between dives. As much as I love the new screen on the SL50, I would much rather prefer to have it on the back of the light, or even better, on the remote. If you're using the remote and you have your lights positioned further out to the side, it's difficult to impossible to monitor the power levels from the position behind the camera. Another thing regarding the remote control I don't really like is that every time you turn your lights on, they will automatically go to the highest power level, regardless of what level they were on when you turned them off. I understand that fiber optic systems have their limitations, but it would be very nice if they remembered my last setting nevertheless. So after having covered features, pros and cons of the new SL50, let's now talk about who this underwater video light is for. Well, with the addition of the ambient blue filters and the possibility to use a remote to control your lights, Divevolk has expanded the attractiveness of their SL50 quite a bit. Not only would I recommend this underwater video light to divers using action cams, smartphones or compact cameras, but even to the ones diving with larger camera systems. Sure, 5000 lumen is not at the top of the line, but it's enough for close-up and mid-shots. I personally really like using this light together with the remote control as a fill light on my Red Komodo rig, helping me light up areas in my frame that I can't possibly cover with 2 Kelvin lights alone. I think considering the price and the included features, this is a heck of a deal, and I think that most underwater image makers could make very good use of such a video light. Being a long-time partner of this channel, Divevolk is offering an extra 6% discount on the regular price of the SL50 to all of my viewers. Simply use the link down in the video description below or enter the code Matthias Lebo at checkout to claim that extra discount when ordering your SL50 underwater video light. And by the way, the discount also applies on any other items you can find on the Divevolk web shop, not just the SL50 video light. Thank you Divevolk for this great offer to my audience. And that brings us to the end of today's review video. I hope it was beneficial to you and you know more about the upgraded SL50 underwater video light now than what you did before watching it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, it helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe for more underwater video related content. And should you have any other questions regarding the new SL50, leave them down in the comment section below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great week guys, keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours, and I will see you in the next video.